What's going on, everybody? Happy opening day, except for us Astros fans who lost today 3-0. But at the end of the day, man, it is opening day. Baseball season is upon us. This is the Crawford Chronicles. I'm one of your hosts, PK. And as always, Homer Chris, Sweet B Bones Bryles. Fellas, aside from the score today, how y'all doing?
Man, doing pretty good. Had a good day at the ballpark this weekend with the little league team. Got the W. Was really excited about today. But you pretty much hit the nail on the head. Even though today didn't turn out as we hoped it to be. Baseball is back. We have baseball pretty much almost every day now. So I mean, can't complain about that. Browse, how's your week going?
Fantastic, man. And we're going to get into this game. But before we do, I will say it was opening day, and opening day should be a national holiday. It was fantastic, man. I took a half day off. I was lucky enough to get to go to the game with my dad. So I was very, very excited for today. We had a great time at the ballpark, and we're going to get into this game and break it down to the parts that we may or may not like, but I'm going to focus on the positive. I got to go to the game today. I got to see a whole lot of stuff. I broke some stuff down on X today live, whether it got through or not due to buffering, because there were probably only, 40,000 other people trying to do the same thing. We'll see. But PK, how was your day, man?
It was good. It was good. I got to watch and listen to the game because I was at my daughter's tennis match today. But overall, before I get started, I want to call out Chris's hat. I want y'all to understand this guy's got a blacked out Houston Astros flat bill hat, and it looks pretty clean. It looks pretty damn clean. So
I'm
Chris,
not gonna
good on you for
lie. I'm not
rocking
gonna
the
lie.
flat bill.
When I first saw it, it kind of took me a minute because I'm very old school, traditional Astros hat guy. So when I got it, it took me a minute to do I like it? Do I not like it? We'll wear it and see what happens.
It's a good look, man. The flat bill's a good look. I'm just trying to tell you. Welcome to the flat bill game.
Yeah, I like it. It's too bad my face gets in the way.
Yeah. Well, let's get into this thing, man. Look, we're all pumped coming into today, right? HP was on the hill. You're playing the Angels division series to kick off the season. Hunter Brown labored, man. Like he only went 4 2/3, but the plus from it was the 9 Ks. I mean, he his balls and strikes, ratio was not what we expected from our number one, right? But he had his curveball working and he had the gas working. I mean, he got 9 Ks over 4 2/3. And when he leaves the game, and this was kind of like it's kind of like a continuation of 2025 where our starting pitcher leaves the game with the game still in hand, right? I mean, it's 0-0 when he leaves, right? And so your offense only had to put something small together to get him a decision. He ends up with a no decision in the game. But we're gonna get into that. Like, what did y'all see from HB that that is good? And then what are we looking at that's what we need to work on?
Yeah, I mean, like the big takeaway is, I mean, he did kind of struggle a little bit here and there with his command. I think he relied more on the gas to strike people out than he did more of like kind of put the ball in play. But again, you kind of have to tip your caps to the Angels as well. I mean, they worked the count; they weren't going to help him out in situations that a lot of times you would see hitters chase that curveball down and away. But he started the game throwing gas. I mean, he was throwing like 98. I mean, so the fastball was there. It's just unfortunately the secondary pitches really weren't there when he needed them to be. But again, it's game one of hopefully 35, 36 starts for Hunter Brown. So if this was him struggling, I'll take 4 2/3 with no earned runs and 9 strikeouts.
All right, so I'm going to give you the big positive on this. Hunter Brown today was better than Paul Skeens. How about that? So don't know if you guys know that or not, but Paul Skeens got pulled in the first inning. Got
2/3 of an inning.
Whew, got lit up. So anyway, Hunter Brown, honestly, he didn't look bad. He actually was throwing good pitches. Just like Chris was saying, he was hitting everything that he should have. The only problem is he was trying to paint and he wasn't hitting those corners like he normally would. So, but his pitch count went up way before anybody was ever expecting it to. I remember like we were doing the, between innings, yada, yada, yada. We're going into the fifth inning and I'm looking at it. And I'm like, he's at 85 pitches already? I was like, how? And then all of a sudden it got up to 101 and, he was at the last batter at that point, the bottom of the fifth or top of the fifth, excuse me. And then, they had to pull him. I mean, there was no other way around it. The problem was he was not hitting his spots where he wanted to. He was getting the velocity he needed to, but it just didn't quite work out. He walked, what did you say, 4? I know Mike Trout walked three times in the entire game, and I'm pretty sure at least 2 of those were on Hunter. So it was a rough, not so rough outing. It's the roughest outing you can have for getting 0 earned runs, I guess, for Hunter Brown. But at the same time, listen, if he goes out and we have 0 earned runs, we damn well better come with some offense. And I know we're going to get into that a little bit more. PK, what'd you see?
I'll tell you who Trout didn't walk against. He did not walk against Blue Ball. That was Blue Ball's only
No, he
mistake.
did not.
Look, I mean, the Hunter Brown thing, man. I mean, he's your ace, right? 9 Ks, 4 2/3. Like I said, that as we got into this small segment, your starting pitcher gives you 4 2/3. Not ideal, right? You want 5, 6 innings from him, but he still had left the game at 0-0. All your offense had to do was just like a bloop and a blast. That's it.
Bloop
That's all
and a
you needed.
blast.
You know what I'm saying? So it's start 1, not the way you wanted him to start, but like Chris said, you got hopefully 35 more starts, right? And it's Hunter Brown. So we know what this guy is. We know the makeup of this guy. He was a 3rd place finisher in the AL Cy Young. He's not a punk, right? So he'll bounce back for sure. Blue Ball first out of the pen. That was pretty cool to see, and was bringing freaking gas, bringing the gas.
Yeah, 99, yeah.
And
yeah, he was not messing around, man.
Yeah, it was not, dude. I'm so pumped for him. I mean, like the only mistake was the bomb to Trout. That was the only mistake. But he had 3 Ks, 2 1/3, 3 Ks, 1 bomb to Trout, and then that 1 run. So Blue Ball picking up where he left off at the end of last season, coming in and being nails. Had a mistake, man. These are good hitters. No matter how old Trout is, like it's still Mike Trout.
And he hit over the tracks, by the way. I got to see that firsthand.
Yeah, and I think what it kind of boiled down to is, I mean, and PK's brought it up, Browse brought it up, what we kind of talked about last season was the pitchers trying to pitch too perfectly to make up for the lack of offense. Now, again, Mike Trout is Mike Trout. I mean, you guys said it. But I think maybe that's what kind of played a little bit to Hunter Brown, is trying to overpitch to make the perfect pitches every single pitch because of the offensive, woes. And like I said, we haven't even gotten to the offense yet, but I agree. I thought AJ Blue Ball looked pretty good. Again, you make a mistake to one of the best players that have played, in the last 15 years. I mean, so you make a mistake to Mike Trout and he's still going to get you. So, I mean, all in all, Christian Roa looked okay. I mean, he gave up he gave up a bomb to, I don't know, somebody, to be honest with you. I don't remember half that, Angels lineup. But I mean, exactly. Insert random Angels guy here. But yeah, I just think there was a lot of pressure on the pitching because of the lack of offense. I don't want to make excuses. But like I liked what I saw overall as far as a pitching wise. I liked what I saw out of Brown and Blue Ball. I mean, Roa didn't look terrible. Brian King kind of struggled a little bit, but was able to. He gave up a run as well. So, and it just sucked because it going from 1-0 to 2-0 felt like it was going from 1-0 to 10-0 because of how the offense struggled. But yeah, we'll get into the offense. But yeah, long story short, I'm okay with how the pitching looked today.
Yeah, and then I guess I'll go ahead and get into the offense because runners in scoring position were definitely an issue. We had It felt like every time we got 2 outs, somebody would get a hit. And by the way, when I say somebody, that is Joey Loperfido
Yeah, the one guy.
and that is Christian Walker. So like when we actually had people on base that weren't walked, it always seemed like we were hitting into unfortunate outs. And go back and watch the game, and you'll see it. When I say unfortunate outs, I'm not kidding. It's like one of our guys is absolutely roping the ball, and then the shortstop is making some diving, like unbelievable catch. Or, you've got some guy at third base making the catch, or you got some guy in the outfield making the catch. That's just like it's 50-50 on whether they're going to make it or it's going to be, a double. So anyway, it was really, really rough to watch that. I think we had not only a lack of hits, but we had some guys that should have gotten some hits in there. And my boy Loperfido, yes, I'll go ahead and say it. He was 2/3 of all the hits today. So
yeah, Chris's favorite stat. Team runners in scoring position was 0 for 7 today, right? Loperfido with his 2 hits. There's not a lot of offense to talk about. I mean, he went oppo for his hits. If you want to break that down a little bit, Walker hit the ball left center off the wall. I think in the 7th inning. Yeah, and that was it. Cam struck out twice. Yiner was flailing. Right, he struck out twice. That's Chris is going to have something for that. Paredes seemed to he was a little bit not as disciplined as I would expect Paredes to be. He seemed a little loose up at the plate. He got a hold of a few that were roped down the left field line, and it ended up being foul, obviously. But he got a hold of a couple. But overall, man, like the offense just forgot that we had a game at 3:10. That's what it boiled down to.
Yeah, I will say, like, I kind of knew the offense was kind of like unlucky when you had that bomb that Jordan hit, and it hit the railing on the roof and then went foul. Where if that ball had not hit the railing, that would easily been a home run. So once I saw that, I'm like, oh man, this is probably not a good sign. But yeah, I mean, there are a couple approaches at the plate that I kind of questioned me. You had the Diaz at bat where all 3 strikes he swung at were down in the dirt. And then the other one I didn't really understand. I think it was I don't know if it was in the 8th or the 9th. You had a runner on who just walked on 4 pitches. And then I think Jake Myers comes up hacking at the first pitch. And it's just like, I wasn't really a fan of that because it's like, man, the guy just threw 4 straight balls. Why are you helping him out and hacking at the first pitch? Why don't you make him show you he can throw a strike? And all that was a grounder up the middle. I think that was the game ending double play, I believe. Yeah, it was tough to watch, man. I mean, like offensively, like they would do just enough to kind of get your hopes up, and then you would get like a pop up or an easy ground ball. I mean, but to the piggyback what Brawls says, there were some hard hit balls. It was just one of those games where there was just a bunch of atom balls. You hit them right at where somebody was at, or you hit them off the damn rafter on the roof. So,
well, yeah, Jordan rolled over on one, and I think in the 7th inning with the reliever. The reliever came in.
Yeah.
First pitch, and he cued it to second. That ended the rally, right? So
yeah,
I mean, I probably get that approach a little bit more because like that reliever's coming in, he's trying to get a strike, so you're trying to jump on it, but
it's Jordan too, so
and it's Jordan, right? So like you don't give him that much shit about it, but it's still like it didn't work out and it killed a rally. You know what I'm saying? So on to the next one, man. What did y'all think about our $20 million a year 7th hole batter? What do you think about him being in the 7th spot?
I mean, I'm okay with it. I mean, if that's what's going to get him comfortable in the lineup, I mean, he's not a bad option to have it, in the 7th hole. I mean, you could have, Myers and then Cam Smith and then, whoever, right? I mean, I would say, because going into the season, we all expected all 3 of the outfielders hit towards the bottom of the lineup. I was actually pretty shocked to see Loperfido hit behind Jordan. Like, I was kind of blown away by that.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, like he's shown not just in the spring, but obviously today, 2 hits. I don't hate it. I mean, like whatever's going to get Christian Walker comfortable at the plate to where he's not pressing, he's seeing the ball well. I mean, if that's the number 7 hole, then I'm good with that. I mean, 1 through 6 didn't look that terrible. I mean, outside of Yonder Diaz's at bat, but I mean, it's one game. I mean, like I'm
Yep.
seeing way too much, burn the house down after one game.
I
So
saw bring back Snicker already in
yeah,
Centron.
yeah. I mean, we've already got the fire spot of hashtags going, and it's like, man,
That's
it's
right.
one game. They lost by 3 runs, and at some point, PK is going to let us know about how successful Mr. Soriano has been against the Astros. So that is coming.
Yeah, that is coming. It is coming because it's disgusting. It's disgusting. But Bryce, what do you got?
Yeah. I'll give the whoa because I'm saying, like, I'm really hoping Walker is our comeback player of the year for the Astros. I mean, he was 1/3 of the offense today, so I'll take that. And you know what? He did get a really good hit off the wall, so got to give him that. The one thing I didn't really understand though is when we're in a position to try to go in, score, win the game, all that kind of stuff, then they actually subbed him with a pinch runner with Nick Allen. So it's like you're going to take the 1 out of 2 guys that actually got a hit and put him on the bench.
Well,
What's the purpose of that?
Well, I think it's looking at speed at that point. But
yeah, I was gonna say. I think the purpose of that it's a one. I'm just saying that the purpose of that is it's a 1-0 game, right? The Astros offense is struggling. So if you get that bloop with the runner at second, who's more likely to score from second, Christian Walker or Nick Allen? So I get I get the substitution. It's just you take a gamble, right? And just in this time it didn't work. I mean, they may have to make that gamble tomorrow or 5 games from now when that gamble works. And we're talking about, man, what a smart move it was to bring in Nick Allen to pinch run for insert slow Astros guy here, and it worked out. I mean, so that was the thinking behind it.
This is where I'll
it didn't
argue
come
it,
to fruition.
I will argue it because you're talking about 1 second of him going from station to station. And I will take Christian Walker's hitting over Nick Allen's hitting all day, every day. Now, it didn't get down to like extra innings or anything like that. But my point being is that the dude just roped one off the wall, got into second, and then you take him out of the game. And I really don't agree with that line of thinking of you're only down by 1, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, let's go ahead and do it because we're going to go ahead and score, and then we're going to win the game now. And I don't see that from 1 second of being able to go station to station. I would rather have his bat later on in the game if we do end up tying the game and going from there. But once again, this is why we have a podcast. This is why the 3 of us are different. So, we all have different thinking on this. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Chris.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, but like you're saying, well, you got to tie the game first to even have the opportunity for another potential Walker at bat.
At bat,
we don't. I mean, so like, and it just so happened that you had Allen at second base with 1 out, and then whoever came up next rolled over 1 to third. Kept Allen at second, and then that pretty much, you're living on a prayer for a base hit or something. But I mean, I get it. I mean, like, yes, if you're playing the long game, but like I said, your offense is anemic. At least it was for this game.
Yeah, it was today.
You're trying to do anything. You're trying to do anything to tie the game. Now, I can understand if it was you pinch hit or you pinch ran for Jordan all day. I completely understand. There's going to come a time where he'll probably come up to hit again. But I mean, I think what ended up happening was I think Jake Myers got the out, and I don't remember did Myers hit before Walker?
No. So when Nick was on second, Yiner went down looking or struck out, and then Myers got out.
Okay, so you might have gotten the one more at bat with Christian Walker up. Maybe he hits a home run. Maybe he strikes out. I mean, you don't know. I mean, so either way, if he hits a solo shot, now you're losing 3-1. So at that point, It didn't really matter. I mean, at the end of the day, you needed to score more runs, and you don't even have to. You don't have to substitute. You don't have to pinch run Allen for Walker, and we're not even having this conversation.
That's right.
Fair enough.
Well, let me tie this whole day up. Let me tie this whole day up. We're going to move on to tomorrow and the weekend and some hater news. We'll go from there. So this is Jose Soriano's last 3 starts against the Astros. Now, before we went live tonight, I was telling the guys, I was like, I feel like every time this dude faces us, he owns us, right? And that was without looking at the stats. So I went ahead and did that. Last 3 starts, Jose Soriano against the Astros. Let's see, 19 2/3 of an inning, 19 2/3 of innings, 25 Ks, 6 hits, 1 on a run for an ERA of 0.45. This is last 3 starts against us.
It makes sense.
And that doesn't
last 3 starts. Is that included in today?
That includes today.
I mean, at least it wasn't some schmuck that they called up that was making his major league debut who, shut down this offense. I mean, so
in his career against Houston, okay, from 23 to 26, he has 3 games started, 0.77 ERA, 29 strikeouts in 23 1/3 innings.
So he owns the world.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Well, at least they're consistent.
They are consistent. But I just thought that was like, I felt it because, like we saw it twice last year, right? And then today. So it doesn't matter, man. You got 161 games left. It's game 1, not the way you wanted to start. The Rangers still suck. They lost also, right? So that's cool. But we move on to tomorrow. Mike Burrows makes his Astros debut tomorrow. So that's going to be badass. And before we get into that, Hader. Quick news on Hader was hopefully that he's going to be facing hitters. I think they said, was it mid-April? I think it was mid-April, mid-May. So it's going to be a minute. I think it was
mid-April.
I think it was mid-April. So he's right around the corner. And then Pena, made the opening day roster like we all expected. Didn't play today. But I would assume that he is going to be back fairly soon. So we'll see. But let's get into tomorrow's game. Burrows on the hill. Pretty pumped to see that.
Yeah, if you have Apple TV, you'll be pretty pumped to see it.
TV.
If you have Apple TV.
I think I have a friend that I still have his login. So I might be.
I should be able to watch it because I think we'll be at the casino tomorrow night. So
I got you. Don't worry.
Yeah. So I'll be able to watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a good game, man. I will actually be at the game tomorrow with my daughter, so I'm super excited to see that. Burrow's debut in his Astros uniform. I mean, listen, he's one of the top 2 guys in spring training that we have seen. Between him and Amai, I mean, these guys should, from what we've seen out of spring training, dominate the entire league. Soriano, obviously, we do not have a good record against him, which PK so eloquently put today that we're going to have problems going forward. But anyway, Burrows tomorrow should dominate, and that's what I'm hoping for. After we've had a couple guys come in from the bullpen today, they probably need a little bit of a rest. We don't want to see the other 3 guys, come out tomorrow. Let's go ahead and do that. Get Abreu out for a close, and let's just knock it out of the park. The one thing I do want to see tomorrow is I do want to see this offense come alive a little bit. They looked anemic other than Loperfido and Walker, and I can tell you that. And it's, Chris and PK both said it. It's Diaz looked really bad. Altuve did not look good. Correa had some really hard lineouts, which I thought that were going to be a lot better. I mean, he should have had 2 hits today, guys. There were some other ones that I'm just like, just didn't go our way. But tomorrow, I seriously think Burrows is going to come out, knock everything out, and then we are also going to get a little bit of luck going in our direction.
Who's pitching tomorrow?
I like it. I mean, we sure need it. I was going to say, who's throwing for the Angels?
That's what I'm looking at. It's probably
right,
right?
I mean, I agree. I like to think that some of those hard hit balls are going to fall. Um, I mean, I'm looking forward to. I'll probably be watching snippets of the game, here and there, at the casino. So I like to think, hopefully, the bats will wake up for this game. Let's go ahead and you know, get a W. Um, but yeah, I mean, like I would just like to think that I'm hoping that today was just we ran into a pitcher that kind of owns us, kind of thing, as far as offensively. I mean, we have the bats to do it. I'm hoping that the bats wake up, and I think that we'll get the first win in 2026 tomorrow.
Yeah, you got USAY on the hill tomorrow. Reed Detmer's on Saturday, and then Jack. I'm not going to even try his last name, but it's a.
Does it begin with a K?
K and ends with the Z.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, so you got two lefties, and then you have a righty on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. So.
Yeah, Sunday's the my game.
Yeah, I mean, so we'll be talking about.
And then you got Ranger. I mean, you're gonna have Ranger Suarez against McCullers, and then you're gonna face Crochet at probably game 2 or 3. Right?
We'll get into Boston come Sunday on the program, and then talk about predictions and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, that one's going to be a fun series.
Yeah. So you got two lefties coming in, man. Yeah. I think you should handle Friday and Saturday for sure. I don't know about Jack K for Sunday, but you got Emai on the hill.
Yeah, I mean, I think the pitcher favors us. It's going to come down to what the offense does, after, kind of sputtering today. So if the offense can just do 7 hits, 4 runs, I mean, I think that's enough to beat the Angels. I mean, this Angels team is not a good team. I mean, you have a shell of what used to be Mike Trout. I mean, the only kid that's really up and coming is Joe Adell. I mean, but he's kind of still he's been up and down the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, so he still hasn't established himself. You have Yohan Moncada. Yeah. You have Moncada, who was, a top prospect, it seems like 8 years ago. I mean, so this is a team that you should go in and beat. I don't know if we're going to try to do the predictions for the last 3 games or not. We'll get this prediction thing going. I think we need to decide on what the loser is going to get, whoever finishes in last place. I think that's what we need to decide before we really start getting into
we open
start doing predictions
to the listeners and the followers. Send
I like it. Yeah.
Send your loser punishment to at Crawford Cron on X. And let's see what you guys can come up with. That would be fun.
I like it. Yeah, I guess we'll start with the Boston series then.
We'll start with the Boston series, and we'll just see. We'll see what kind of crazy stuff gets sent to us. But I think it's gonna wrap it up for today, man. Look, we are gonna be back tomorrow. Someone will be back tomorrow for a recap of the Friday night game. Yusei Kikuchi against Mike Bros making his debut. Astros offense got to wake up, man. Got to wake up. We saw too much of that last season. We're not expecting to see that all, as much this season. So it's game 1, 161 to go. Got a lot more. You can't win a division in April or May, but you sure as hell can lose it. That's a fact, right?
Amen. So,
until then, I hope you guys have a great weekend. This is the Crawford Chronicles. I'm PK. Homer Chris. Subi Bones Browse. Go Cougs tonight. And Browse is going to tell me the score for the Longhorns here in a minute. We'll see how it goes. You guys have a great weekend. Hook 'em.
All
right, guys. Take it easy.
What the score is?
77-76 with 11 seconds to go. And Swain just got fouled. It's about to get tied up, baby.